Hello, my name is Nicholas Stella, and today I will be presenting Chapter 1.4. Why did the USA emerge as a world power, and what was the impact on international relations? 1.4a was Impact on the Closing of the Frontier on the U.S. Foreign Policy. 1.4b Economic Growth and the Need for Trade in the Late 19th Century. 1.4c Reasons for and Impact of the Spanish-American War. 1898. 1.4d Reasons for and Impact of the USA's entry into the First World War. In order to understand the emergence of the USA's world power, you're diving into why the USA became a major world player and how that changed international relations. Let's break it down into simple terms. At the start of the 19th century, USA was just finding its footing. It was a small nation that had many geographical boundaries and focused mainly on internal development. But by 1890, things had changed dramatically. The USA had expanded its territory significantly and was beginning to shift its focus from internal issues to international concerns. The continental expansion The USA's growth involved aggressive territorial acquisitions like the Louisiana Purchase and victories in wars against Mexico. This led to the belief in manifest destiny, the idea that Americans were destined to expand across North America. The isolationism to intervention was a big change. Initially, the USA adopted an isolationist stance, avoiding foreign entanglements. However, as it grew stronger and economically and militarily, it began to intervene in international matters. Economic growth. The late 19th century saw a boom in industrial growth driven by abundant resources, a growing population, and technological advancements. This economic strength fueled desires for overseas markets and trades. The Spanish-American War. This conflict marked a significant turning point. The war was fueled by economic interest in Cuba and sensational media coverage. The victory led to the acquisitions of territory like Puerto Rico and the Philippines, solidifying the USA's imperial status. The Monroe Doctrine, established in 1823, this doctrine warned European powers against further colonization in the Americas and asserted that any intervention would be seen as a threat to U.S. interests. International relations post-war. After World War I, under President Wilson's leadership, the USA sought to promote democracy globally and establish itself as a key player in international politics. The rapid expansionism of the USA throughout the 19th century laid the groundwork for its emergence as a world power. By acquiring vast territories through purchases and wars like those against Mexico, Americans began believing they were destined to expand westward. This is named manifest destiny. As the settlers moved westward, conflicts with Native Americans arose, leading to their displacement. Meanwhile, economic growth surged due to industrialization. By 1900, the USA was producing more steel than Britain and had vast agricultural outposts. The Spanish-American War in 1898, pivotal, it showcased American military strength and resulted in significant territorial gains. By entering World War I on April 6 of 1917, after initial reluctance due to isolationist sentiment and public opposition, America solidified its role on the world stage. The war not only increased American post-economic influence, but also positioned it as a leader in post-war peace negotiations. The closing of the frontier in 1890 pushed Americans to look outward for new opportunities. This shift contributed significantly to America's impartial ambitions, as leaders argued that spreading democracy and American values abroad was part of their duty. So there you have it. The USA's journey from a young nation focused on internal issues to a dominant world power is fascinating and complex, but rooted deeply in historical expansionist policies and economic ambitions.